Welcome to episode 20, League with No Name podcast. It's your boy Beanz, Moose on the far right,
Your boy.
Chat Story and J.A. here. And as you've seen before, we got an empty seat.
No cheese,
hopefully he'll
man.
show up at some point. Supposedly got a meeting or something. Who knows? He knew what time the show was.
He ain't got no meeting. Seriously, what kind of meeting was cheese be in? Like, seriously.
Do-rag delegation.
Before we get into anything, I just want to congratulate my boy Moose.
Yes,
Avoided the pizza.
No
Ended up at ninth. I ended up at eighth. So
yes, sir.
And who got pizza? Who's the
that
pizza
man
man?
Randy with all them damn picks.
As long as you don't say it. As long as you don't say it.
Randy had all them picks. He made a traded draft picks away,
Lost 2 picks.
and
One
he still got
pizza.
that pizza. Woo-wee.
It is what it is. We wasn't with y'all last week. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. Let's get into some game recaps. Moose, who y'all had this week?
I don't think he played this week, did we?
The Dolphins. boy.
Oh, I forgot
Play
about that.
Dolphins.
That was wild.
I'm just disappointed with the Philadelphia Eagles right now. He got a cakewalk end of the year schedule to make the playoffs, and we just can't do nothing. We played the 2-9 Miami Dolphins.
It was.
We were up, I believe 17, and they came back on us. Eagles is bad. This kind of how we done. We're done here. I'm not even watching football this week.
Jay?
I was actually at the game. No Julio, so I already knew what time it was once that came about. Good atmosphere, rivalry game, but I mean we officially eliminated, so it's time to draft up.
Who you looking for in the draft now that you change your focus?
Right now we got the 5th pick. Yeah, focus changed like 3 times last 3 weeks. Right now we got the 5th pick, so it's got to be an interior lineman or edge guy. So if it ain't Chase Young, the dude from Auburn.
Chase would be a nice pickup for
Yeah,
him.
it would, but we ain't that lucky. So
Yeah, he probably can afford that though. We had the Giants took care of business. Waited a little too long to put them away. Rodgers had a good game. Tay got 2 touchdowns. We starting to click a little bit, but we'll see.
That Rodgers was throwing it like it wasn't snowing out there. he was
It
launching.
wasn't a very good team we played, so it's not. You can't really judge off that. We got Washington this week, another team you really can't judge off. So we don't really have another test till Minnesota, so we'll see what we're about when we get to them.
Kirk will give you that.
Surprise of the week. Who you got, Moose?
My surprise is the week of the firing of Ron Rivera. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, they need some change, but I feel like it's kind of disrespect for the man that Ron is. Everyone talks great about Ron. He's a great guy, players coach, good in the organization, stand-up guy. I would think they will at least let him finish off the season with the rapport he has and like how everyone loves him. So that's my surprise. Should have let my man finish off the season, but obviously I don't know the ins and outs of the organization. But I just felt like they should have let my man at least finish the season.
Speaking of them, you think Cam is done here?
Yeah.
Cam's on his way out too.
Where you think he might land?
It's a few teams who could use him, but you never know.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he goes.
But he's definitely not coming back to Carolina.
Nah, I think they'll just do a total. Yeah, probably draft somebody.
Too much money. Too much money.
It's due a lot of money too.
This was his last year on the contract?
Yeah, I think he was like getting like 19 mil coming up after. And it's not really.
Can't
They
keep
going-
that.
Ain't
Not
been the
for
same
production.
since
On his option
MVP.
or something like that, right?
Yeah.
Who you got for surprise, Jay?
Surprise! I got 2 surprises. Fitzmagic against those Eagles.
He
Ain't no
be doing this
surprise.
sometimes.
Ain't no
out the
surprise.
blue.
They traded for Rosen, and he's
secondary.
clearly not the answer. And I think they've been more competitive with Fitz. He had 365, 3 TDs. He barely has a chin strap on. Like he's fully bearded. Like
He's very out.
he's a dog. He's an Ivy League dog.
Fitz. I like
Fitz, yeah, he had a great game. And the other is surprises the chat. Randy gets pizza, and they just not. It's just quiet.
It's like that. It's no chatter.
Now, if Moose won,
If I would have lost,
to his credit,
pizza,
like he says, to his own credit, if Moose won, if Moose lost,
it would have
and it
been
was
killing.
pizza, every day they would wake up and be like,
Every
"Dad,
day.
Moose is on pizza."
Every day.
Randy, when that was just, like Moose, be quiet. You ain't make playoffs now, but he's not closer to this pizza. So chat is definitely
They just
surprising.
leave him alone. Like it never happened. Like he didn't have 6 picks in the,
I don't
in the,
get
in the
scared
first
it's gonna
couple
be-
rounds.
it's gonna be another
like he
fight.
didn't trade away 2 picks, and no one saying anything to
Trade away
him.
2 picks. Randy traded away his 5th, another pick. His 5th is with this guy now who he can't stand. Traded a pick for Goff, who, I mean, Casey just took one. And he still got pizza. Like
The crowd, the chat is
lowest
not
in
saying
points,
nothing, man.
last in points, first in points against. And Chad is just letting him just enjoy his days. Like, I don't know. It's
Are they
very surprising.
Are they scared of the rugby commissioner or something? Is he going to like, what's going on with this?
I got to keep quiet because anything I say, he
overreact
to.
Like
everyone else, he might tell you to shut up.
Should be on the news. Like,
he said he wanted to have a boxing match.
I don't know where that went. Yeah, but it's like if that was anybody, like especially if it was Pod Pizza, oh man.
Yeah, I'm so glad we avoided that.
Listen,
they
were talking
crazy.
We had the text going like Moose pulled through.
Please.
But yeah, I'm definitely surprising this week. Hopefully, Chat fix that, man. Cause
hopefully, it pick up. It's playoff time.
It's time to get
rev up a little bit.
Okay, I'm gonna be a part of that.
You're the only one. My surprise, Robert Woods, 13 for 172.
He came out the woods.
Yeah, I was surprised.
Score,
like that offense is like you never know what you're gonna get from week to week. He been pretty quiet, so for him to go off like that, big win for them. That was my surprise. Dog of the week, who you got? Boost?
Dog of the week, I gotta kind of pat myself in the back a little bit.
What a surprise!
That James Washington. I picked James Washington middle of the week, and that's the only reason why I won. He had 111 yards in a TD. He had a long, I think he had like a 50-yard TD or something like that. And that was the difference between my win. I only won by 3 points, so if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have won. So that's my dog of the week, man.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons you won. That Cole, I don't know why. I thought Randall Cobb.
Now Randall was balling though. Randall,
it was like a toss-up for me.
The only reason why I would start Cole is because he played the Cowboys, which is his previous old team. Yeah, so I had a feeling he was going to.
I was kind of technically picked up Cobb. I was going to go back and pick up Cobb. I was like, oh, took him. It's a wrap.
Somebody wanted you to win. I said in the chat.
The fancy guys,
Ingram, Godwin, all was under 10 points.
The fancy guys, they had me.
Godwin killed us.
They had me over the balcony like, ugh, and they just pulled me up like, all right, it's enough, Bruce. It's enough. You had enough.
So, but ever since you made the comments, I don't miss playoffs.
It's been real. It's been real.
When are we gonna see Moose back in the playoffs?
I think after the guys.
Stop even talking.
Listen,
that's a setup.
I think the guys they took me off the balcony after. You know what I mean? So I think it's time for me.
Answer that like LeBron.
And
man.
now
that cliche answer.
All this hate that the chat giving me, like they don't want to say nothing to Randy, but if it was me, they would have been every day. So I see the guys see that. They're like, all right, they hate Moose. So now we about to give them some blessings.
They not say like that. They say they hate Bull. They hate the Bull Moose.
I might get blessed this next season.
I hope so.
Don't guarantee nothing.
I ain't guarantee. I'm hoping.
We gotta have more than one pod member.
Do you do diligence, man? Just stay humble.
Next year we gotta come on.
Who you got for dog, Jay?
Darius Geis, man.
Oh, that stiff arm?
Oh my god,
that was disgusting.
On 10 carries, he had 2 TDs, 129 yards, and a stiff arm from hell.
Yo,
he been running hard, man. Him and AP together.
Moving too.
I need the pack to handle that though this week, but
you know how we act against the runs, man.
Yeah, but it's hopefully elements in Green Bay cut that out, and Haskins. But back to him though, him against Carolina, who actually have some great linebackers. Keekly and those boys, you know, they usually fly around and don't let the run game get crazy like that. But man, that stiff arm on Shaq Thompson, man, that was the play of the day for me.
Yeah, they got some dogs in that backfield. For my dog, I'm gonna stick with a running back. I went with James White, 79 on the ground, another 8 receptions for 98, 2 TDs. I haven't seen him at a game like that probably all season. Last year he was working it like that, but
last time he had a game like that was Super Bowl.
So he been acting up. So shout out to James White. All right, so let's get into the standings. The regular season is over. The top 6 that made the playoffs: 1 Stoll, 2 Casey, 3 King, 4 Los, 5 Gabe, 6 J.A. by the skin of his teeth,
by the grace,
7 Cheese. Me 8, Moose 9th, and Randy is the pizza man at 10.
Can't wait to eat, boy.
I need that Peppies, man. Modern or something.
What a season. So, give me a brief recap of your season, Moose. What happened? Why did you end up missing the playoffs? What was it?
Honestly, Shaq going to kill me for saying this, but like, the proof is in the pudding, man. I had my 3 wide receivers killed me. That was my risk, but like, AB was the big factor. Like, I know taking AB was a risk, but the risk to AB,
out of football, though, is crazy.
His risk was communication with the QB and the organization. Like, you know how he gets loud, he's a diva. So you would think maybe in the middle of the year something would happen.
I didn't think he would be out of football.
Nobody would think he would be out of football the first game. He played 1 game for me. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't even week 1. It was week 2 too.
And then I had a lot of injuries, and then I had bad breaks. There were weeks where I had record-breaking numbers, but I happened to play somebody who else had a record-breaking week. And that happened like 2 or 3 times. So I feel like it was bad scheduling and bad injuries was did it. My team was nice. If you look at it, I had C-Mac. I had Aaron Jones who was balling. I had Mark Ingram who was balling. I got Freeman late in the draft.
He was good at running back. I think
my running backs was strong. My QB was strong.
Who's your QB?
Matty Ice. Listen. Matty Ice as a in the game was shaky, but fantasy points, he put up points every week.
True,
he had 2 bad games, and one of those games was he got injured and he didn't play the whole game. Yeah. Other than that, Matty Ice been putting up numbers.
Fantasy numbers,
check it. The numbers even real. So my only weakness was wide receiver.
Yeah, that Waller,
my tight end been balling. Every position is solid except for my wide receiver.
So, Jay, you made it by 1 game. So, what do you think was
not even a game? We had the same record.
Oh, yeah, the same record.
He lost and still ended up in the playoffs.
She had to beat me by 140.
What was it that took you over the top? Like, what players did it for
Pat
you?
Mahomes.
Not even Pat. I lost Pat for 3 games.
He missed a bunch of games.
Honestly, I'm gonna say it was Pat's defense.
Pat's D.
They was killing.
My tight ends were legit, so I was running with a 3 tight end system. I had Hooper. Henry was injured. Hooper was hurt. Henry was hurt. I had Olsen. I traded him to Cheese. My receivers been okay, except for one. I had Julio. I traded John Brown. I had Julio, Cooks. I forget what my third is right now. I ended up getting Debo off the waiver. I've been locking them in. So I think the Pats early in the season when they had those scrub matchups, that's what I was putting up crazy points with, getting like 30 from them, and then Mahomes getting 30, Julio getting his 20. So it helped. That actually ended up holding me down because I've been scraping up W trying. I think I lost the last 2, and I'm still in the playoffs.
Now you're back healthy though, right? You should be good.
Oh yeah. Dogs is back.
Jay ain't been limping to victories. He been barely getting.
I've been losing some. Oh god.
Look who it is!
Hey yo,
right on time.
He must have gave somebody the wrong blood. He gave somebody who O positive some B positive blood or something.
What's good, baby?
Hey,
what working,
I just took my shit off.
That's probably why he had a meeting. Out of dress code.
You're in violation, sir.
Nah, this is perfect time. We talking about why we missed the playoffs. So,
let's go back to the. I want to start off there. My team was butt. What you want me to say? I mean,
it wasn't butt against me. He beat me twice.
Yeah, I swept Jay.
You beat me too.
Yeah, I'm not. My team was. I didn't make the playoffs by points, but it could have been a couple positions that.
Couple weeks I lost, you could have won.
Yeah. When A-Rod and Tom Brady was going off at the beginning of the year, the weeks that A-Rod went crazy, I started Brady, so that played a part into it. But I mean,
having 2 QBs is hard when
that's why I said I told my roster, hey, one playing.
But honestly, I really didn't have a choice. Once he had Pat Mahomes. After Pat Mahomes, Drew Brees went down, Big Ben went down.
I thought I caught a break. You think you played A-Rod? You didn't play A-Rod. I'm like, but then Brady still had the garbage time, and I had White. So I'm like,
the first time we played that Thursday
night,
A-Rod.
What position you feel like you could have did better in? Like what kind of?
Tight ends. I think next year I'm definitely gonna grab a tight end early because even though my tight end got hurt, it's hard that one position. It's hard to get quality points from it, and it's not like it's not a lot of them. So
only a handful.
You got the gym with Waller. Besides that,
I got 2 of them. I got Hooper and Henry.
Yeah, I mean it's.
And I gave you. I told you
I
gave you those.
He got injured. I had Disley was killing, and he went down.
Just like a Hollister
injuries. So. I could have done better at tight end.
Now he would be in the playoffs if he had the points. He would definitely. He beat me. He had to outscore. I said, as long as it's not 100 points.
So speaking of quarterbacks, I think that was my issue too.
You had.
Of course, like Moose said, Chad's not gonna like the excuses, but injuries really killed me. Like you said, Breeze went down, Roethlisberger went down the same week. Then I picked up Kirk, I picked up Minshew, and that's when Kirk was struggling. So I was starting Minshew. Minshew started acting. And then Kirk started going off. I'm starting the wrong quarterbacks. Deshaun Jackson, week 2, never came back. Well, came back for like a couple plays that one game.
He came back.
He came back versus Atlanta in week 2 and never returned.
He played like one snap.
Yeah, one snap versus
Atlanta. He played one game after that sometime. I don't remember when it was. He played like a series.
Yeah.
Oh, they said but then they put him on IR right after that.
So the way I handled that really messed me up because I could have dropped him way back. If y'all would just say he's going to IR, I would have another spot. Then Devontae was out for 6 games. I was just saying Disley. I picked him up. He was balling.
Oh wow!
Like
them 6 games go quick.
It
seemed like forever though.
So that's 5 big injuries, and I missed the playoffs by a game. So it is what it is, man. Most disappointing player for you? Who disappointed you this year?
I want to say all my receivers. honestly. But and as a whole, because like I said, I had AB who went, first week.
Is Josh
Fuller
playing?
Huh?
He's on. He was Seattle. Has he been playing? I haven't been watching.
Yeah.
Who's that? Gordon.
He been playing.
He on my team.
He had a couple.
Oh, he's not even.
He went on fake. He went on
he's
fake
nothing to
IR.
have right now.
I mean IR real quick. Like he was on IR for like a week.
You can't listen to nothing.
That was some bull crap. So Josh, AB, and then Fuller getting hurt, and then I know Chief's gonna kill me for this because we had an argument about this, but I picked Moncrief. Like coming into the season,
yeah, you bugging for that one.
Let me talk. Coming into the season,
2 weeks.
Before the whole season started, he was with the Colts, whatever. Previously, pretty good receiver, pretty good. So
He's a guy that
That's
honestly,
coming into the season.
Listen,
before the whole season started.
I gotta say that because y'all be trying to think now. We gotta bring in hindsight. We gotta go over to the beginning of the season. So beginning of the season, whatever.
This guy's crazy.
Beginning of the season, you thinking, all right, Ben Roethlisberger. Okay, he got Juju coming into his own number one receiver. Now you got Moncrief coming. You got McDonald. Look, come on, don't worry about that. I'm talking right now. You got McDonald.
She let me furnish that board.
I got him on what?
Why is that board?
Like 6. I got him late, whatever. So. Now I think about it. Moncrief. Come on, listen. Moncrief is supposed to be getting targets, whatever.
No, he wasn't.
Listen. Hold on.
In his defense, he was supposed to be the number 2.
Exactly.
They was projected.
And then my thinking, all right, is value. He's supposed to be getting a lot of value, and I was right because the first 2 games he was getting hella targets, but he was dropping mad passes. So they cut him. So my analyst was right. I knew he was gonna get the value, but he was just missing the balls.
If anybody come out there rookie contract and get a 1-year deal, he stinks, bro. He went to the Jags after the Colts.
Jags for doo-doo.
For a 1-year deal. He stinks, bro. Don't trust nobody getting a 1-year.
He wasn't even hurt.
He wasn't hurt. He stinks, bro.
You missed that one.
I missed on that.
Dante Moncrief.
I missed.
All right, so J.A., most disappointing for you?
Brandon Cooks, man. That dude, yo. I don't know what's up with him. Like, 3 wide receiver sets mostly the whole game. Goff could throw for 3. He threw for 300 in the first half the other day. He had no yards. None. Higbee and Kupp and Woods.
Woods was going on.
And Kupp even had, Kupp scored. I'm like.
Yeah, Kupp ain't really do too much.
On P2, though. But it's like, Woods, how can, your P2's not covering you. I don't get it. And he's been tripping since that Thursday night game he was here. We did the episode. Went the whole game against the Seahawks. Caught 1 pass and got a concussion. Then the week I lost Mahomes, he got a concussion his first target. He went to see a specialist. It's a wrap, man. Mm-hmm. It's just, he got 31 catches, 1 TD this year. Cut got 30 in a game. Crazy.
He said 30.
You still got him in the lineup, though.
I have to.
Yeah, I had no choice.
I had no choice. I could play. I mean, my running backs got bad matchups this week, so.
You want wide receiver heavy? He's got 2 wide receivers in your front.
Who's your disappointment, Cheese?
Got 2.
Gurley, easily.
It
was a risk, but I mean, after you have an All-Pro season, you might.
They say it's the Brandon Roy need though, so you knew that too. That's why he dropped.
No. Yeah, that's why he dropped. But
Le'Veon,
Le'Veon, he been straight. Le'Veon been straight, but Gurley ain't do nothing for me.
Previous years,
but listen, let's make this clear. He picked Le'Veon before C-Mac.
They know moves,
bro. I also picked Gurley before I picked Dalvin Cook. But who would have thought Dalvin Cook would have stayed healthy? And as you look at it, he just got hurt. He keep getting hurt. So it's however you want to put it, because nobody's.
I would have been Cook.
I think I would have said Le'Veon.
I was scared of Gurley.
Because now, when you play
him.
Le'Veon in fantasy, it's not like that worry like how he was a Steeler. Like, yo, damn,
Le'Veon about to get Le'Veon, only thing Le'Veon helped me out with, he got catches when they was starting.
You get them scrub catches. That's
like, yo, that's came from though. To your credit though, if Gurley was, I always say that. I love that line. But listen, if Bell and Gurley was Gurley from when he was supposed to be Gurley, you would have had
only thing I expected from Gurley was a couple just give me a couple games. Give me a regular running back 1,000 yards, 10 touchdowns. You don't gotta have the crazy Gurley stats when you about to have 30 touchdowns. But I expected more from Gurley, and you just came off the All-Pro season. You ain't even played in the Super Bowl. You ain't. I mean,
that should have been the
20 plays.
That should have been the warning sign right there.
Yeah.
Well,
it was a warning sign. He was supposed to be a top 5 pick, and he dropped the second round. You get what you get.
So for me, I'm not gonna get into it too much. Somebody already talked about Deshaun Jackson and the way that the whole situation played out. Like I said, I
Philly
could have had
trainers ain't
another.
right, bro.
I could have had a.
You did the float with the float.
I could have had
Now
somebody
he
else
healthy
on
all
the
of a
squad.
sudden.
D-Jax, I took him.
That first game was promising
I
too.
took him late, like the 9th or the 10th.
That first
But
game was
it's not
promising.
where I
Everybody
picked
else-
him.
everybody
Like
else
he gave me a
before
50 piece week 1, and then was going the rest
He
of
was
the
like,
season.
oh, all right, if I get Drew Brees to do this, Tay get his
And
numbers,
they gone
D-Jax,
back to back.
and you got Galladay. Yeah, that's a lineup right there.
I would have just liked to have him for a few games. That would have been a difference between some of those wins and losses, but
Fantasy
it
hard.
is what it is. Cheese, you wanted to go back to dog since you walked in late. Make it snappy.
Make it snappy. All right, y'all know who it is already. Derrick
I
Henry.
like him, yo. Like, he wants to talk about him every week. Like,
Yo, listen. You know what's crazy? You said every week he has the
he's
NFL.
like top 5 in rushing, right?
Oh, he's third, and he's 35 yards behind
Are you
Chubb
in
for
the playoffs
number
right now?
one.
Are you in the playoffs right now?
Nah, bro, I'm
sorry.
talking-
enjoy
But he said I say him every week, but he has 3 consecutive FedEx Ground Player of the Week awards. 3 consecutive.
That's 'cause y'all
He got
know passing
496 yards in the last 3 games with 4 touchdowns, over 6 yards per
I
carry.
hate talking about him, yo.
Yo,
Whack.
it's straight. It's because how he do it. It's like you gotta wait for the second half. You gonna
I
tire
gotta
out your
talk about
defense.
Fournette to him.
For real.
Why would you want to talk about Fournette? He got 3 touchdowns on the season.
I'm just saying that's how
What is it? What
much
is
I
it
don't
talking
want to
about?
talk about.
Oh, you don't want to talk about a top 3 rusher in the NFL? I don't. Why?
All
Yeah,
right,
you
so
know that
playoff
changes weekly.
predictions.
Yeah.
Moose, who after looking at the brackets, who do you expect to come out on top?
See, it's not
Yo, he
how
got-
the brackets go. It's
What?
how the season goes. Cause on some real, our season is like a story. Like
Yeah.
it's real.
I can see what
like
you're saying with
it's
that.
a story. Like Gabe had less picks. Randy had crazy picks. He's on the bottom for selling the soul, and they lifted Gabe up for not selling the soul. You feel me?
He sold his too. He just
Well, he sold it, but he sold it before, previous.
Previous,
Yeah,
but he didn't
previous.
pay for it. He
And,
paid for it
you know,
in
he
the
paid for it.
playoffs.
He
Yeah.
got he
He
paid
got
for
bounced
it.
out.
He
He
paid
got
for
bounced
his
out for sure.
pizza. So the thing about it is, our league is so crazy. It's like a real story.
It's like
So-
someone's following us and just
Exactly.
listening.
So
Oh,
I
that's
feel
what
like
you wanna do?
the winner has to be. I'm crying saying this, but Gabe might win the championship. I feel like it's gonna be either Gabe or
I don't
Stoll.
know, that team.
That's how the
He gonna have Gabe's gonna
that's
run
how it's
into a
been
quarterback.
going. I
It
feel
may
like
not
it's gonna
happen,
be
but I
Gabe.
can see Gabe run into a quarterback problem.
He might. I think it's either gonna be Gabe or Stoll win the ship, whatever.
He's got Los this week.
And I can see the championship either being Casey and Gabe
She's showing
or
memes
Gabe
right
and
now,
King.
bro. Jeez.
King got those running backs, got real sneaky. They're kind of
he done.
tough. You got Cook, you got Mac,
He got Cook, Mac,
Cook,
Barkley.
Mac, and Barkley. You know
So
what
none
I'm
of
saying?
your options have stolen it. Why?
No. Because listen, the reason why you don't have it because it's either Stoll or Gabe.
Yeah, they on the same
Because
side.
they're
of
the
the
same
bracket.
side.
think it's-
So if it ain't Gabe, it's Stoll.
I mean, yeah, it's only 3 people on that side, so it got to be one of them.
Yeah, so it's coming. The champ coming from that side.
Okay, I'm gonna skip Jay. I don't want him to say anything that's
I'm
gonna
Kirk
upset the
Herbstreit.
guy.
I'm Kirk Herbstreit today. I
Jeez,
cannot
who you
pick.
got? Who you
I'm
think
in that
is coming out
bowl,
of it?
man. This
If you look at if you
King-
hold on,
Hold
look
on,
at the
before you
teams.
say anything,
King ain't
Shaq
seen
don't think we hating, okay?
Nah,
we can't say
nah, this-
anything. We can't say any prediction without saying, "Oh, they hating on us." The podcast is hating on us. No, we not hating.
No, that's
we just
Gabe.
saying
Gabe-
how we
yeah,
feel about
Gabe-
this.
Gabe
Just
is
said
one-
Gabe might win the
Yeah,
championship.
but he gonna somehow say I hated on him.
Oh no, he'll fast forward and then only catch
Exactly.
where it said maybe stole.
Exactly. So
We like
my
Jay.
fault,
You ain't
Chief.
have to do that, bro.
My fault.
ADD Chiefs.
I got 2 people that I think gonna really show out. First one is King. I think his team really gonna show out. If you look at the matchups, I think Barkley gonna start clicking. Barkley has not been worth that second
Won't
overall
matter.
pick.
It's the only week he can use Barkley. It's
Yeah.
the only week he can.
And all it
It's
takes,
Barkley
he already
last
in the
week.
playoffs.
It's Barkley last week.
And then Dak gotta be Dak. I mean, they Cowboys suck, but Dak getting numbers. And then my other person is Casey. We saw Casey make those moves all season, and his team is straight loaded. I said it at the beginning of the year.
So you
We
stop
had the
trading
best
to him.
draft.
Stop trading to him. Stop trading.
Yo, he
I don't have
texts
to
me-
get a pick from him. You
he
can get a
texts
pick from
me
anybody
every
else.
week looking for.
I tell, hey, don't text me. I told
Yo.
him, hey, don't text me.
It's like no way you're
Casey
getting a
finds
deal.
a way
done.
every year, though, even without.
He
an
asked me about
amazing
somebody.
team.
I said you must mean something else, like because you ain't talking about my player. Like
Russell Wilson, Odell, Jarvis, Julian Edelman, Zeke, Fournette, Kelsey, Will Fuller. You dropped Will Fuller when he got hurt.
Yeah, he wasn't playing.
Golden Tate,
he asked me.
He's stacked
AJ
up.
Green, T.Y. Hilton.
He asked me about Cooks, and I sent him a picture of Jay Wright. I should have sent him.
Not that Jay Ray.
I should have sent him like yeah.
Shout out my guy.
I will say though, I will say this. The stars are aligned, man. I'm not gonna make no predictions, but the 3 people I could possibly face to go to the chip, I played it with no Mahomes. King beat me that Thursday night. Mahomes left in the second quarter, in the red zone. Casey, that I played him with Stafford. I lost by 6 on Monday night. And Stowe, I lost because of Shady.
Oh yeah.
I remember that.
If the stars align, if the guys, I really have been talking crazy this year. A couple games, I lost both of those. I paid, so.
We'll see. For me, I think Gabe gonna take out Lowe's first round.
Lamar got a bad matchup though with the Bills, so it depends what Lamar does.
It's at Buffalo.
And in the final, I'm gonna take Stowe over Casey to win the championship.
I'm about to light this thing up.
No disrespect to Jay.
It's cool. It's cool.
I think it's
I'm
hard
about to
with your
write that
depth. You just don't know what you're gonna get from certain players week to week.
Pat's got Cincy next week. That's at least 40.
Yeah,
Mahomes got Denver. That's at least
Stowe.
At least 35.
That's
75
my pick.
right there.
Shout out Stowe. So
That's at least. Yeah.
let's get into pick'ems. Last week, well, actually, this is from what week we going to? 14, right?
Week 14. Yeah, we didn't come.
So we're a week behind. So I just was able to put the stuff in today for week 12. So we got 1 week off. After week 12, Jay went 3-2. Yep. Moose went 1-4. Cheese 4-1. Probably got.
I thought I had the best week. I never do that.
And I went 3-2. So Jay overall 30-30. Moose 32-28. Cheese 36-24. And me, I am 32-28.
What was Moose's record again?
Everybody worry about
32-28. Okay.
I'm just making sure.
All right, let's get into some starts and sits. Moose, we'll start with you. Quarterbacks, who you like this week?
I'm going with that Eli Manning. He's supposed to be starting, and he's going against that trash Eagles defense. Fitz tore him up, and I feel like he's going to. It's his last game. I feel like it's going to be his last hoorah, so he's going to go crazy on the Eagles.
If you in the playoffs, don't listen to Moose.
What do you mean?
Eli Manning.
Now listen.
You must have
God
no
knows
confidence in your team.
my
He
starts
fresh
and
off the
sits
bench, and you started.
been on it pretty well.
Not your
I
starts and sits.
had a good percentage.
Not your starts and sits.
Well, I can't help it. I drafted it. You can't just change the team. If I could pick randomly who I want, I'd be on it. Whatever.
Who you gonna sit?
I'm saying Josh Allen.
He said that so
Who you got, Jay?
I'm starting Kirk this week. Kirk Cousins. I'm starting Kirk against Detroit. He about to have a field day.
Yeah, that's a
That
good
team's
matchup.
like 30th in pass defense. This week I'm gonna sit Breeze. I think San Fran DBs will get after him. They showed that it's a bounce back game for them too. So and Breeze has kind of been off since he's been back too. So he threw for like 180 against us, and we ain't good at all. So I'm gonna sit Breeze.
Cheese, who you got?
Nobody.
Start Ryan Tannehill. I'm not even a fan of him, so don't even start.
Probably not even playing the league.
Why would he not play this week?
He'll get hurt.
But listen, we in Oakland. They can't stop the run. Black hole can't stop the run. He has been the second most accurate quarterback in the NFL. Highest passer rating in the last.
But you ain't
4 or
throwing
5
it
games.
downfield. He's second to last in yards per.
Listen, but he's third in the league in yards per attempt.
He's not.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
You
is.
did your
Yes,
homework.
he
I was
is.
about to make sure.
Yes, he is. So the options is going to be
Attempts
there.
is low. Attempts is low.
Attempts are low. Completion percent is high. In the second half, he's getting those
Check down
one-on-ones.
football, please.
Yep. My sit. Garoppolo. He ain't gonna get it done this week.
You don't know. He just said
He's too 50-50.
He don't even know who Garoppolo playing this week.
He don't. He don't.
I don't.
Saints.
I just saw.
Saints.
Yeah, it was the Saints.
You didn't have to say that.
Look, it's right here.
Right there, huh?
I got it's right here.
To start, I'm gonna go with Brissett against Tampa Bay.
I'm over him.
31st.
I'm over that percent. Silver.
I think he's gonna have a good
He
game.
just
He
played some
played-
dogs.
I think a lot
That's
of-
all it was.
I think a
It's
lot
our
of points
first
gonna be
time
put
beating
up
the
that
Colts since Warren Moon.
You're lying because we beat him the first time Andrew Luck got hurt. So mind your business.
Yeah.
You lost to Ryan Fitzpatrick. Shut up.
Listen, we ain't gonna talk
And
about
to
that.
sit might be a little bit of a surprise, but against that Buffalo defense, I'm gonna sit Lamar.
Ooh,
For the
I like
cost,
that.
this is more of a daily fantasy type of thing.
Yeah.
For the cost, because he's gonna cost you an arm and a leg. I don't think he's gonna have a great game against that Buffalo defense, which is legit.
I think they could beat him in the playoffs.
Possibly. And where is it at? It's at Buffalo too, so don't know what the element's gonna be like.
Could be 30 inches. Could be.
Running backs, who got Moose?
I'm gonna go with Miles Sanders. I think he's gonna have a sneaky good game against the G-Man. The Eagles usually play the G-Man very well. I don't want to jinx us, but we
Jinxed them all year, bro.
What you mean?
Yeah, under 500.
G-Man haven't beat the Eagles in a while now. So I think we had a number. And it's definitely a good FanDuel or DK pickup because he shouldn't be crazy with points. And then in the same breath I say that, I'm going to say AK because I feel like his points are going to be high. And then if you're going to spend that many points on Alvin Kamara, I feel like, you could find value somewhere else. Mm-hmm. So
I don't know if he got an injury.
He's facing the 49ers who had a pretty well defense, and he hasn't been doing good.
Yeah, Warner.
Yeah, he hasn't been playing well in his last 2 games, so I'm going to say him.
Jay, who you got?
I'm actually going to start Austin Eckler against the Giants. He's like their go-to player right now. He's out the backfield. He's getting eight catches. Like it's crazy. He's getting a couple carries too. He's actually performing more than Melvin Gordon. I'm gonna start him, and I'm gonna sit Joe Mixon against the Browns. Browns, they're a good run defense. I don't really see him getting off like that. I mean, he had a good game against the Jets, but I don't think this week.
I like Mixon better when wasn't playing, when Dawn wasn't playing.
That's what
I'm going hard ever since.
That's young boy. I'm gonna start Aaron Jones. He slid off a little bit.
Better say that.
Yeah. he slid off a little bit. He started off the season real well. I think there's a couple games after that Cowboys game that he had like the 4 touchdown game that he performed well. Besides that,
hey,
not the.
How you doing?
How you doing? There's been a couple games besides that Cowboys game that he showed out, but besides that, he kind of been nonchalant. They started mixing Jamal Williams in there, but I think this week, Green Bay in the cold, they're home. They're gonna start it, getting it going on the ground. To sit,
who you got?
I'm gonna go third all time.
4th. Oh,
like
third
now.
Now Cass wants to talk my board talk.
Yeah, sit him. Yeah,
sit him.
Yeah, sit him. He at home against Baltimore.
He might score a little 3-yard touchdown. He might score.
He can have your 6 points. That's all you gonna get.
He's back up. He's a backup basically.
Oh, so he's trying to trade a backup all year?
No, when I had him, he was going hard.
Singletary was out for a little bit.
Yeah, he got his 10 points a game.
Yeah, he was doing his thing.
That's OG.
Triple OG.
Yeah, Eagles. Yeah. Oh, and you got the Coronas with the lime.
Got a whole bunch in here too.
That's right. Oh, you got the cup? It light up? You got to light up. Okay. Eagles. Engraved. Oh, it's engraved? Oh, that's nice. Ain't no paint on. My boy said you gotta get some real something real.
Stainless steel.
Yeah, what's good with your Eagles? How y'all lose to the Dolphins?
What you guys say?
I don't know. You don't know?
Put that Rona on camera. Put that Rona on camera. Smile at the camera.
There you go. This is what you need to get. That little shit right there. You can get that for 10 cents.
Got a hood infomercial.
Oh man. So for running backs, I'm gonna start Chubb against Cincy. I think that's a great matchup. And I'm gonna go with Musa. I'm gonna go with Kamara. I don't like how they've been using him lately, and for the price, it's definitely not gonna be worth it. Wide receiver, let's go speed route here.
I've been killing this game, but I'm gonna go Golden Tate. The Eagles secondary has been very weak, very leaky. You can find the holes in that secondary. So I'm gonna start Golden Tate, and I'm gonna sit.
I don't think Moose knows what speed round means.
I'm sorry, Reek Hill is my sit.
Okay.
I'm starting Jameson Crowder, and I'm gonna sit Larry Fitz against the Steelers.
Start Hollywood Brown.
Please.
Sit Josh Gordon.
To start, I'm gonna go with my guy Devontae Adams, and to sit, I'm gonna go with Amari against Chicago in that defense.
That's tonight.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, Gallup.
Game picks.
20.
We went over the standings already. I did out of order. My bad. But game predictions. We're gonna start with Moose. Ravens at Buffalo. Who you got?
I'm going Ravens.
Buff.
Ravens will go down here.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo. We split there. Cheese. 49ers at Saints.
At the Saints.
Niners. Get a game up on cheese. Mike Tirico voice.
Who that nation? Who that?
Yo,
Saints.
I'm gonna go with Niners. Look like we split there. Titans at Raiders.
Cheese
Who you
first.
got? Cheese. Who you got?
Titans.
Oak Dubs.
Yo, you try
Oak Town.
We got.
I'm ready to hold. Give it down.
Titans.
I'm gonna go with the Titans too. I like the way they.
Josh
play.
Jacobs, 200 rushing.
Yeah, all right, don't disrespect. Dude, you're wild.
He's gonna break 290 runs.
Here's a good one here. Chiefs at the struggling Pats. Who you got? Moose.
I'm going with Bill Bell and the Pats, man.
You gonna bounce back?
Ooh, Mahomes, get your numbers. Yeah, all right. Pats do it. They're gonna run the ball. That's a wrap.
Chiefs.
I'm gonna go Chiefs, but there. And last but not least, Seahawks at Rams. You got Chiefs.
Seahawks at Rams. I want the high hand again. Seahawks.
Rams ain't real Hawks.
Hawks.
I hate
Guess
the
we got a
That's the only
clean
game we
sweep
got.
there. Yeah, so I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. After week 12, like I said, we got one more week. We got an update, but the leaders was Keese and Campbell. They both won 11-3
Jay Green fell
that
out.
week.
What do you
Well, that's
have?
for the week, not the whole standings.
Okay.
I'm gonna upload all the standings, but for that week, 11-3. Those are the top two
What,
scores.
last week or the week before?
Week 12. I gotta do
You gotta
week
do
13.
Jay Green,
Yeah.
he didn't do too good last week. I think he went 8, I think.
Boy falling off. Work killing.
Be like that. Make sure I get your sheets in by
No more sitting in the car.
Thursday at 12, so we can get them calculated. We can be on time. Make sure Cheese gets his stuff into me on time. I'll get y'all the stuff on time. We're gonna get that together. And that's the show. Make sure you follow us. League with No Name, Facebook, Instagram. Subscribe to League with No Name podcast, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google
Eagles.
Play, YouTube.
Being a semis.
Shout out to Jay for adding some graphics up on the IG, picking up some of my slack. But the rest of them sitting around.
I don't think they log in. I don't think they log in.
I've been slacking.
They don't log in. Cheese do the picks barely, but
I've been
He giving
slacking.
away
what you do? Move
I've been
stuff pick.
slacking. I was hot in the beginning of the year.
Hot. Yeah.
It's hot.
Oh, had to
You
remind
asked, you asked for the username like week 8. What you talking about?
Cut
What
it.
you talking about?
Cut it.
Anywho,
At least I'm gonna admit that I don't be doing shit.
shout,
I'll be
shout out. So you got Booth.
Shout out this week. I'm gonna do my man Jordan, man. He got this Black Business Revolution. He's trying to get together. He's been doing it a couple times this year. So basically, what it is if you got a black business, he brings all you guys together in a venue. If you're selling clothing, if you're whatever you're doing with your business. So he's just trying to get the black brothers together, the black community together, and just trying to do something big. So
Networking type thing.
yeah, networking. So we can't do it alone. Like everybody wants to do their own thing, but you gotta know if we all team up
It's power in
and
numbers.
like promote each other
Sure.
out, then that'll be the best. So that's what he's doing. He's putting all these black businesses together and promoting themselves. So shout out to Jordan and shout out to the
Dude,
BBR.
he got like some way to contact. Like he got IG.
Yeah, he got a Facebook.
He definitely got Facebook. He on the wings too. I beat him in fantasy.
I believe his name is Jordan Carr on Facebook, but let me.
Yeah, it's like rest in
check.
peace,
No,
King
yeah,
Bam.
it's R.I.P. King Bam.
Oh.
So you can check him out on Facebook. R.I.P. King Bam. Check him out. check his page out on Facebook. Like he just trying to get the black community together. Like,
I
you know
seen him the
what I
other
mean?
day. That's what's up. Anything else before we get out of here?
I'll see y'all next week in the semis, man.
Time for chat to get on that ring, that piece. You know what I mean? That's what I'm talking about.
Good luck to JA in the playoffs. The rest of us will be at the crib watching.
Yeah.
And that's that. League with No Name.
Tighten up.